All right. You ready to kick some
All
orbital
right.
butt?
I believe I might be.
All right. I am too. So, hi. It's Rye. The guy
And
jumping around in
Andrew.
the background is Andrew.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a little jumping bean.
Wee.
Frickin' mechanical bean that you are. We're playing Orbital Gear, which is a game that Andrew introduced me to because I'd spied it on the shop, and then one day I open up my inventory and there's a game from Andrew, and it's this one.
Yeah,
and
sir.
you're-
It was 4 for I think like $5 or something, really cheap like that.
No, I didn't know that. Ooh. Deal.
So I got you one and a couple of our friends one as well. So they might join us at some point. Who knows?
I wouldn't recommend it. Andrew's a little too good at this game.
That is completely an unfair assessment.
Oh, that's going to be illustrated
right
here.
adequate.
You're adequate. Yeah, okay. Well, you'll watch me just get caught in my own friggin' gravity well in a second. But I really like this game because you know what? When I first saw it, it kind of reminded me, at least with the way some of the mechs are designed, like Zone of the Enders, which I reference now and then, but it's a game I've never played.
You've never played that?
No, I've just been told it's really good.
Do you still have a PS2?
Oh, God, yeah.
Okay, I am giving you my copy of both. The original and the second one.
Now, wow, we're not even talking about Orbital Gear here, but whatever. With the second one, what is the game about?
The first one is about Jehuti. If I remember correctly, it's been a long time since I played the game.
Yeah.
But the first one is about a kid who was, I think he was born on Mars, if I had to remember correctly.
Whoa.
And they call people that were born there Enders.
Euthanasia.
So that's where the title was come from.
You euthanized yourself?
What? No. Oh, no. Oh, I accidentally jumped off the,
Okay, because I just got a friggin' message across my screen that's like, euthanasia! Like, what? How? Aha!
So yeah, it starts off with you as a kid, and you're in this colony that gets attacked by,
An end?
I think it was their version of Zaft from Seed, where it's just like colonies together
Let's not get
against
going on
the
Sap
Earth
again.
there. So yeah, it was them attacking you because they were bringing Jehuti through this colony, so they could then use it in a bid to destroy a military complex.
Oh.
And so you're the kid, you're getting picked on by some bullies, and suddenly these automated mech comes and pretty much kills everyone around you.
Oh my god.
And Jehuti, I forget how, but Jehuti pops up in front of you, and she's pilotless basically at that point.
It's a she?
And since he's the only surviving person near there, he just gets in and pilots it. It's like, okay, you have to pilot me to this point. And he's like, well, fuck that, my friend's still out there. I need to go save her, so you do.
Okay.
And then it's like, okay, well, most of my weapons are fried and scattered, so you have to go collect those first
Oh, I
before
can't
delivering me. So you do, and most of the game is you collecting sub-weapons. But then occasionally, like, you see civilians getting attacked, and the kid's like, well, we have to save them.
And the robot's like, fine.
Pretty much, because, like, this isn't a part of the objective here. You're putting yourself in completely unrealistic and unknowable danger here.
Ah.
But yeah, eventually you start playing, and then Jehuti tells her pilot, who's called a runner, that's their term for it, if I remember correctly, that her goal is again to infiltrate this enemy base and then self-destruct.
Oh.
So the pilot's actually gotten attached to Jehuti as the AI personality. It's like, well, you can't do that. Don't you want to live? And it's like,
What is
no,
life?
I was programmed to do this.
What is love?
And then at the very end of the game, the boy was critically injured because Anubis, which is kind of like Jehuti's the prototype, and Anubis is
the
finished
Egyptian god
product.
of death? Oh, okay.
So it's similar in every way to Jehuti, except it's a little bit more advanced and it has more sub-weapons, one of which allows it to phase shift. So it's teleporting in and out. It's one of those boss fights where you fight him,
Okay.
but you can't win.
Oh.
Like, it's physically impossible for you to beat him.
Really?
So then, he tries to kill you. This second runner called Viola, who's been fighting you on and off, I think she sacrifices herself to buy you time to escape because you You spared her life at some point.
Oh, so she owes you one?
Yeah, and then
Oh,
the
God.
kid wakes up being taken away from Jehuti in a stretcher. And Jehuti is just taken off to go do her original mission. And then the second one, it takes place on, again, I think it's Mars, and the main character is Dingo, who's a minor and former soldier for the Rebel Alliance that's painted as the evil people in this.
Okay.
But he's a minor at this point, and he's working on the surface, and he unearths Jehuti. I don't know why she was there. But he unearths her, and then it's like, okay, well, you need me to take to this point and bring me back to the Earth Alliance so I can fulfill my mission. It's like, well, why the hell do I want to do that? It's like, well, because everyone's after you now because you're piloting me, and they're gonna kill you.
Oh, it's like, yeah, I'm the problem. And now I'm your problem.
He does pilot her for a bit, and then he gets captured by their forces, and the lead commander is, I think, his former commanding officer. And they have a discussion, and I believe he shoots him. Like, he shoots Dingo.
Oh.
And he's so critically injured that he's hooked up to Jehuti basically as life support.
Oh, geez, okay.
And that's the situation he's in for the rest of the game.
Oh, that's nice.
Again, that's if I remember correctly, because there's a lot of points that I'm blanking.
Well, that was a lot of stuff that had nothing to do with the game we're playing right now, but thank you.
But yeah, like, the second game, in terms of gameplay, so much better. But the first game, in terms of story, way, way better. Not that the second one's bad in terms of story, it's just the first one was so good. And it was one of the launch titles, I think, in the PS2, so in terms of when it was made, and the fact that it was one of the first games made for PS2, it was pretty amazing for how well they did.
Well, that is some dandy stuff right there.
Again, none of it has to do with orbital drop.
Nothing. Gear.
Okay, I keep thinking it's orbital drop.
Orbital.
Oh, you have mines everywhere.
No, I don't.
I haven't even noticed that until now.
Anywhere. What are you talking about? You're a liar, Andrew. I did not. Mines? Me? Why? What point would they serve?
Okay, so I'm a fair bit good at this game, as I've come to
while
find
you've
out.
been distracted and talking about Zone of the Enders, you've killed me multiple times. I think everyone's pretty clear on who's better at this game. It's not me.
You got this.
I don't think I do. We'll see. Yeah, see? Anyway. No, I'd say the hardest part of this game is just like getting used to the gravity of the planets and how it kind of like flips you and turns you, and if you just jump.
Mostly, like, yeah, in terms of the controls, how that flips and changes depending on the orientation of where you
and
are.
just like not getting screwed up when you land, because sometimes right becomes left and left becomes right.
Yeah, that will screw you up.
Every time. Ugh. But, I kind of thought that the mech models would actually have their own stats to them, but they really just seem to be, oh, what's the word? Aesthetic?
Palette swaps of each other.
Yeah.
Well, not really even palette swaps. They're physically different designs, just in terms of stats, they're all the same to keep things balanced, I guess. Although, to be fair, a lot of these guns are insanely unbalanced.
Yeah.
Like the chain guns.
Yeah, I got no answer to that. It's why whenever we play this game, it gets really unfun really quickly. It's like playing any game when like one person's really good at it and nobody else is.
Now, if this was multiplayer, which it is, we just have never played a multiplayer match before.
With other people.
I think that the chain gun would be a lot worse.
I don't know.
Because you would have to have sustained fire on one target for it to really do much. Whereas with the other gun I'm using, which is an instantaneous fire that I think takes out like 75 health if it hits.
If it hits.
That would seem to be a better weapon in
I'm loving
multiplayer
this boost.
because... Oh, and boost is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, now to make things fair, I am going to randomize my weapon selection every time I die.
Randomize your face.
Because again, chain gun and that gun are just kind of bullshit on a whole mass of levels.
Your face is bullshit.
It is.
All right.
But only if I die. Because I mean, if I don't die and I use a weapon set, then yeah, I'll change it. But if I die immediately when I choose a new one, I want to break it till it works. Oh dear God!
There
no.
we go.
Yeah, I have nothing to say to Phase Orb.
No one does.
Phase Orb is the end-all be-all. I don't even have boost, so I mean that will just fuck me over.
Oh. Well, let's try that.
Is that still the Kasami? Oh wow, that was a Kasami directly to your face.
I've always wanted to do that, and I can never seem to pull that off. Look at you just jumping around and boosting. I can do that too, man. Oh God.
I don't have boost.
You don't? Oh. I'll fire my little pew pew laser balls at you. Crap. Man, you know, this is one of the harder games to kind of talk over and play because I've really got to concentrate if I want to have a chance against you, and it's kind of pissing me off.
This is true. So I will try and take over some of the comedic commentary.
You're going to have to because this is requiring a portion of my cunning. Oh. All right, it's going to take all of it.
Okay, so
yeah,
we discovered this a while back,
yeah.
And I think we've maybe played this together a fair amount of times, 5 or 6.
Yeah, something like that. Ooh.
And one thing I've learned is if it's anything to do with mechs, I'll pick it up fairly quickly, but I never really master it well.
That's a load.
If it requires strategy.
That is a load.
You have never seen me play Armor Core. I am terrible. You know what my strategy in Armor Core is?
Nope.
Get as much armor as humanly possible, and get just as much chain gun and weapons as I can physically put on it, and hope that before I die, I kill the other person first. That's it. That's all I do.
I was stuck between planets.
And at that point, it's like, you'll get a certain point doing that. But after that certain point, there's nothing you can do. You either have to learn how to play the game properly, or you just lose. It's like Dark Souls in that manner, except Dark Souls doesn't even give you that, like, quarter way through the game moment where you think you might be able to fake it like that. It tells you straight out, it's like, no, you either play this right, or you don't play at all.
Yeah.
I hate you.
No, you shouldn't.
Okay, so
spamming
see,
that.
flat cannon and flame gun. And even then, Dark Souls, it's just my strategy is the same as it is with orbital gear. I just get as much armor, a giant ass shield as much as I can, and I just try and outlast. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like in Ornstein and Smough, that's not a very good idea. That is a terrible idea during that boss fight to try and outlast that.
I have killed myself
It's
twice.
just not to be done.
I don't know.
But if you're fighting like one of the earlier bosses, or if you're fighting just a single boss that you can block 100% with a large enough shield, I do fine with that. Oh, I still have the shield.
Yes, you do.
I hate the shield.
Don't hate it. It's trying to help you.
I know it is.
I have killed myself 3 times with this gun. This is the other reason I lose. I like using the phase orb and the thing. I suicide on that more than anything.
So I mean, at the end of this, the score is going to seem really off, but again, that's a lot of suicide.
There's a lot of me getting sucked into my own shot here, so.
Which, to be fair, the phase orb is one of the funnest guns in this entire game.
Oh, it is. Ah, crap.
I really wish I could dual wield chain guns in this be heavy arms custom.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can live out all of our fantasies really of being a Gundam pilot, because I mean, Wing Gundam was nice, but everybody wanted to be the one that had all the big fuck off guns.
Exactly. It's like, you know Wing Gundam, but everybody who's watched Gundam Wing, they know heavy arms custom.
This thing pulls in flame shots. I mean, what the hell?
It does?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to test that. Yeah, like... Oh. Well, actually, wait. No, one more time. No, it doesn't. It just kind of peters out. Ow.
Yeah, right there.
Dick.
You all right there, Muffin? There you go. Oh, did we kill each other? I think we did.
No, I think it just automatically blows myself up when I win.
I think you blew up because I shot you.
You know what? Let's go with that.
I think we will. And I think that's going to be it for this one because I had my ass thoroughly kicked. How was your day? Oh, no, not again. Okay.
No.
If you enjoyed the video, I guess like and subscribe. If you like Orbital Gear, check it out, but never play with Andrew because he's really good at it and he'll probably
Or do play with me
frustrate you.
because I'm probably like... There is always a bigger fish. I could probably meet any of you, and there might be somebody who's just like, no, you can't step to this.
Yeah, there's always a bigger fish, but what if you are the big fish in this pond? That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's a two-person pond. There is a biggest fish and there's a smallest fish, and that's pretty much it.
No, I know. I mean, conversely, there are a good number of games I would like to think that I'm better at than you, but I mean, between...
Oh, you're better at me than... what's the Western gun game that we have? I forget the name.
Fistful of Frags?
That's the one.
That's kind of a 50-50 shot, but anyways, maybe there'll be another video of this. I don't know. Right now I'm just...
If it is, it'll probably be a multiplayer match,
Oh,
just
God,
to see how that will go.
I want other targets besides me. Anyway.
Hey, I will team up with you against the other targets.
I guess we could do that too. Anyway, until next time, take care.
Later.